Thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I'm on my way to go visit a friend, so I figured I'd get up early and spend an hour fishing in the Truckee River on the way. I'm right off the 89. Before the sun hits the water, I want to just try to really quick get a little fly casting in, and then I'm gonna try to do a little spin fishing. So that's the busy traffic. It's Father's Day weekend, so there's a lot of people coming up to Tahoe. I think it's barbless only, so I'm fishing single barbless today myself. I'm not really 100% sure on the regulations on this area. I know the stream is open, and I know if I go single barbless, I'm good. So we're just gonna do a quick roadside stop, see if we can't get a couple quick fish, and then I'm going to climb up into the forest and go to sleep for about 2 hours because I'm really tired. But I'm gonna try to get some fish for my channel today. So we'll see what we can do. What I'm doing is I'm fishing this beadhead, and it's a larger beadhead, and it's a streamer type, and it's just got a bunch of hairs on it. I don't know what it's called. I just grabbed it in the Cabela's bin. But it's a good sized beadhead, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to just whip this thing out here and fish through this pool. And see if I can't pick something up. I got one. Nice rainbow or something. Fishing the Truckee here. And I just started. I got out here in the morning. It looks like I got a pretty good fish here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. Nice Truckee River rainbow. It's the first time I fished the Truckee since high school. So there's a nice little Truckee River rainbow. And this is my first river fishing clip. And I've already got a fish, and that's good news for me. Because I wasn't sure when I was up at 4 in the morning if this was going to be worth it. But let's get this guy back in the river. Another big trout on a woolly butt jig. Woo! That's it, baby. That's a nice one. A lot of people don't fish jigs in rivers. I'm not a lot of people. I just took this guy. I'm fishing those woolly jigs. I'm just bouncing it. This is a big brown. And he's jumping. And he's ready to come in. I hope I can land this guy for you because I want you to see him. Whoa! He's jumping, boy. Woo! Woo! This was a good stop at the side of the river. Got him! Look at that fish. That's about a 4-pound brown trout right there on a woolly jig in the Truckee River. Oh man, what a rush. And I barely got him hooked. Let's hold this guy up. This guy's about 18, 19, maybe even 20 inches. Look at that brown. Woo! That gives me a rush catching a fish like this in a river, boy. Let's get him back in the water. Look at that big old jaw. There he goes. Woo! That jig. They're hitting this jig, boy. I think this is a rainbow. He's not as big as that last trout, but it's fighting good. Let's see if I can't get him in the net. Oh, that's a nice trout right there. Just fishing this jig, and the sun's starting to hit the water, but the jig is fishing deep, and I'm hitting these big trout. I mean, to some people these aren't big trout. To me, these are big trout. That's about a 19-inch rainbow right there that I just got on a jig. And that brown was nice, man. But that's a good fish right there on a jig. Let's let him get back in the water. There he goes. I'm fishing a woolly jig. I was fishing it down deep in this deep hole. And I found this deep hole. And I was bouncing this jig along the bottom. And sure enough, a nice rainbow hit it. And it's hard not to get snagged sometimes when you got these jigs going. But hey, that's a nice fish right there. There he is. That's a nice trout right there, boy. Well, that's gonna wrap up this day of fishing on the Truckee, which is actually only a couple of hours. I dedicate this clip to my one viewer, my one subscriber, who asked, why don't you fish rivers? I love fishing rivers, I just haven't had a chance to. And I was on my way to go visit a friend in Tahoe, my friend Eric that I have in the other clips with. And I figured, you know, I'm gonna get up early and come try the Truckee. So I just drove up, pulled up to the first spot I saw. You don't see a lot of people fishing jigs in rivers like this. And let me tell you, once I put that jig on, I was able to dissect this thing. Because you could put that thing across the river, bounce it, you can take it downstream, I could cast all the way to the other bank, bounce it across the river, and those big trout were chasing it. And you know, just because something's unorthodox doesn't mean, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, whatever I'm doing that's catching fish is the right thing. I hope you enjoyed a couple of hours of fishing on this little stretch of stream. It was awesome for me, and it's great to get back out there. So thank you for joining me from Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.